Hi guys, it's Hannah from Trekitt, and as the name of the video suggests, we're going to see if we can get a whole day's worth of cooking out on the hills for just £5. Harry and I are starting off in Morrison's. We're going to go grab some bits and try and make our food a little bit exciting. So we do sell, and you can buy these little freeze-dried meals or the wet food from Blarband and Trek and Eat. But we wanted to do something a bit more exciting and a bit cheaper if you're on a budget. See if we can make some exciting food out in the hills for just £5. Let's go! So I've written us up a little list. So this should give us 3 meals, and I'm going to prioritise on like the essentials, and if we've got a bit of money left over, then I'll add in some exciting things to kind of jazz up the meals a little bit. So we're going to start with a potato. So we've got a tin of potatoes. It's a bit bigger than I was hoping for, but it's 34p, so that's a good start. And a really small tin of baked beans. Just going to look at the calories actually, and might be worth getting the beans and sausages in one. Yeah, definitely. Get the beans and sausages in one. We're going to have loads of like half tins of beans left over. So if there's one that's like under a pound, yeah, great. Okay, 85p. So we've got some peanut butter. We've got some red kidney beans, chopped tomatoes, potatoes, and beans. So we were going to get one of the big bags of porridge, but they are kind of a bit out of the budget. So we're probably going to go for a little pot of porridge and then add some stuff into it.
How much is it?
33p. We have 67p left to go. So 43p, okay, 24p. So we could get some lettuce. So it's 8p per 100 grams. What do we reckon? A couple hundred grams? So in order for us to get a bit of salad, I'm going to put the tortilla wraps back, and I'm going to get a little white Vienna roll. That's about a third of the price. Away with you. Well done. So we've got a little bit of cash left over because we swapped out the wraps for the roll. Barry found some really cheap salad. So we're going to treat ourselves, and for me, the best little snack for a day out on the hills is a packet of fig rolls. Fig roll is 70 calories as well. So if there's 10 in here, which there's probably more than 10 and we eat all of them, that's 700 calories. That's a good day out. Okay, so far, so good. I kind of just hope this tastes good now. So this is the spread that we've managed to get for under £5. £4.84 to be exact. So for breakfast, we're going to do some porridge with peanut butter and banana. For lunch, we're going to have a roll with some chicken, and I'm going to make a little like salsa with some red kidney beans and chopped tomatoes and some lettuce. And then for dinner, we're going to have some potatoes, beans, and sausages. So we're going to have breakfast for dinner. So obviously some of these are absolutely massive, so I'm just going to decant them into some smaller pots. And it's a really good thing to note as well is that sometimes these cans won't have a little pulley. So if you're going to buy these just before you go out on the hill, make sure you take a little can opener. So I do also feel a bit dumb taking out a whole jar of peanut butter. So I'm just going to, holy Jesus, that's a lot of peanut butter. So I'm going to take a spoon. I don't have anything small enough to put it in, so I'm going to put it in some cling film and kind of hope that this works. Okay, so we're just starting off. We've parked just up in Lambeda. So for breakfast, we're just going to start our walk down to the forest in Lambeda and cook up some porridge. So we've been walking for a couple of miles, and so we're going to stop for some breakfast, and this seems like as good a spot as any. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is actually probably the easiest meal we're going to make today. So it's just a bit of pot of porridge, a banana, and some peanut butter. So let's get it started. Wow. Lord Jesus. So we are using the Soto Amicus with their new river pot. And as you can see, that that heated up and boiled so quickly. It was probably less than a minute. It was only about 150 ml of water, but it was so speedy. It was really, really quick. And this peanut butter has fed really well. It hasn't gone everywhere. So I'm kind of hoping that it'll just plop into the porridge. So I added the water, stirred it up, I left it to stand for a minute, and now I'm just stirring through the peanut butter, and I'm going to chop up this banana and put that on top. So calorie wise, this is really full of calories. So you got about 100 calories from the peanut butter, about 100 from the banana, about 220 in the porridge, and then I am going to top it up with a couple of fig rolls as well. So all in all, it's about 560 calories altogether, which is a really, really good start to the day. 10 out of 10. That's really good. That peanut butter in it is magic. So we've walked a few more miles. We've done a lovely loop all around the foothills around Crugmar. And actually we're going to go up onto the trig point, and that's where we'll have dinner later. But for now, for lunch, I'm going to sneeze. So for lunch, I'm going to make a chicken and bean sandwich. So I've got this really lovely big Vienna roll from Morrison's. So I'll cut him in half. And then I've made like a cold red bean salsa. Basically all it is red kidney beans with a bit of chopped tomatoes, and you just stir it through. You know, if I didn't have the budget in mind, I would have also added a bit of paprika and salt and pepper to that just to jazz it up a little bit. But that's that. And then I'll just pop some lettuce in there. I'm just going to have a nice little sandwich on the hill for lunch.
12 seconds later.
There's like 8 calories in half a pack. There's nothing. It tastes so good. That is our little mountain sub. So nice little salsa with red kidney beans and chopped tomatoes. Some chicken and just some chopped up lettuce. So we've sat down and worked it out, and roughly this sandwich, plus I've got a little bit of beans left in a pot and some chicken, and I'll whip those up and I'll eat that as well after I've eaten my sandwich. But altogether, it's about 520 calories. As I'm walking as well, I'll snack on those, the fig rolls, and that'll top it up as well. But then altogether as well, inside this, I've got about 28 grams of protein too. Yeah, which is a really good little balance inside that. Good for a day in the hills. So dinner-wise tonight, we are going to do kind of breakfast for dinner. So I've got some beans and sausages, which is about 250 calories. And then I've got just over about 2/3 of a can of potatoes. Now the reason I've gone for a can is because they come cooked already. They've just got to be heated up, which is handy. So you don't have to deal with potato peels or cooking potatoes for a long time. And they do actually taste like potatoes, which is good. Now, obviously for an evening meal, this isn't the most amount of calories. And if we were camping out tonight, then I'd definitely make sure that I was getting some more calories in. But if I was going to add some more calories to this, I'd probably do, separately, I'd do a tin of beans and have some sausages that I added in on top of that. And then maybe some eggs. So with eggs, the way that I do them is that I crack them and I put them into an insulated flask, and then they just keep cool in there for the day. I'm going to add a little tin of beans and sausages. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then you get this lovely little beany, sausagey, potato stew. It's going to be great. It's going to taste really good. What's really handy about this little Amicus actually is that you can adjust it, so it's not like other stoves where you just turn it on and it's straight on and full power. You can toggle it down so it's not as hot. So calories wise altogether, that little the beans and sausages tin was about 250 calories, and the potatoes were about 160. So that's about 410 calories. So like I said, I would have liked to put some eggs and butter with it and just make it a bit more for the evening. But otherwise, that was great. Taste test, probably about 8 or 9 out of 10. Like I said, I would have liked to add a bit of salt to it, but it was amazing. It was really, really tasty. So that was a really good day out in the hills. We ate really well. Like I said, if we had a bit more of a budget, I would have added a few more snacks in. If you did want to save yourself the hassle of trying to find all those little bits, we do sell these the meals that you can make, the ready meals, the wet meals, and the dry freeze-dried food. And they're very calorie dense. They're much easier to take with you. But if you're on a budget, that's a really, really easy way to get some calories in. We would love to hear about your favourite outdoor cooking ideas as well. So if you've got some really good cheap go-tos that other people could use, then do pop them in the comment section below. And click on the screen if you would like to shop our little Soto Amicus stove. It was a really good companion for today, and definitely something that I would use for longer day or multi-day hikes as well. It's really good. But otherwise, that's it from me, guys. Thank you for joining us today. It's been a really long, hot day. I'm going to go get into the river. I'll see you later. Bye.